G'day cobbers and welcome back to All Things Halo. So, Season 5 is finally here and the community is buzzing. We have had so much positive feedback and that is amazing. The population has spiked, which is great. It's taken me 10 seconds to find a game and I'm here in Australia, which is fantastic. And I'm not having like 300 and something ping, so it's fantastic. But if you're wondering why I sound kinda odd, is because I'm pretty crook at the moment, so I'm just trying to put out what I can. Because, I'm feeling a little bit under the weather, You get me? But I'm just wanting to talk about some issues that I have with the Halo Infinite Season 5 shop so far. Things may change a little bit down the road. However, I feel like I want to raise these few issues that I've noticed just here with the first week's store. So with the Super Bundle, you get both the Contaminator and the Blighter sets, but if you do buy the bundle, you get 2 additional cosmetic pieces, which is a Flood Death Effect, which looks pretty cool to be honest, but also a really cool Flood Mohawk. But this is where I come to my issue in terms of the pricing, specifically for the Flood sets. I first off want to say 343 has done an amazing job with the Flood aesthetic, and it looks fantastic, and I'm not doubting the artistry or the amount of work that went into actually implementing these effects. However, I do not feel like it's worth 2,000 credits for this Flood set if you were to buy them individually. If you buy them in the bundle, it's 2,800. That's a different story. We're going to talk about the individual sets. 2,000 credits for an individual set, but one big problem that I have with this price point is that it's too high for what you get. However, if it was down to maybe 1,500, I'd take it. If you want me to pay 2,000 credits, what you need to do to make this more appealing to me is to make it a little bit more animated. As you can see, the Flood tendrils don't move. They are in this static position, and to me that's so not the Flood. The Flood is like an ADHD mold spore, you know what I mean? It's just gonna run around everywhere, the tendrils always flicker around and they're always trying to touch and feel for something. But on the weapons and on the armor, it's all static. It all just sits in one direction, which is not very floody, if that makes sense. I don't know if you're hearing me, but that's just what I feel like. I would happily pay 2,000 credits if some of the Flood infected pieces actually moved, or maybe the pustules lit up with a slight dim orange, or the little tendrils that come out of your mask or your helmet actually move, or move in a certain direction, or are responsive to you walking around. Because the Flood is a living organism. It shouldn't just be in like a static position the whole time. We have kill effects, but we also have armor effects where the tendrils are moving about like they normally would. So I'm a little bit confused as to why they didn't implement that into the armor, and I'm actually a little bit shocked, to be perfectly honest. And whether or not you guys are actually going to buy it is totally up to you. If you like spending money, that's great. If you don't, that's also great. I think 343 should definitely introduce more bang for your buck in terms of having different criteria of different armor. Base armors should just be 1,000 credits. A little bit more exciting armor should be 1,500 credits. But more animated, more kind of out there armors should be at a higher price point because a lot more work goes into them. I think that would just create like a really nice variety, but also really good differentiation between price points and bang for your buck. And not to mention, there is another armor set in the store at the moment that is also 2,000 credits, and I definitely do feel like that's a little bit steep. It's just basically an armor set for Rakshasa. Now that the helmet's cross-core, that's really nice. But you also get a weapon model and some coatings and stuff like that for your weapons and your armor. And there again, I still don't feel like it's worth 2,000 credits when we've had similar armor sets before be cheaper than this 2,000 credit price point. I have also seen recently on Twitter that old armor sets will be returning to the store, but at a higher price point as well. And if that's the case, that would be really, really disappointing, as they were cheaper a couple seasons ago, so I'm not too sure why they would then reinstate a higher price on that, so that's a little bit strange to me. And those are my opinions about the store at the moment and the Flood armor in particular. I feel like the Flood armor is so close to being perfect that if they did implement this small change, it would take it from awesome to god tier. And that's what I want to see from Halo Infinite store. I want to see really, really, really good pieces of armor. However, like I said before, people will pay 2,000 credits if it's worth their money, and it doesn't really feel like it is at the moment. But yeah, so that's my opinion on the Halo Infinite store so far. I hope we see some changes. I hope it doesn't go backwards. But anyways, I'll leave it at that. Thanks for watching, and if you enjoyed, please like, comment, and subscribe. It's the best way to help the channel, and I will see you in the next one, and be sure to enjoy your day.